How much do you think the jury was really following this anyway in terms of realizing the prejudice involved?
Well, I do think that they were especially tuned in to that psychologist, Chris, because it was something we hadn't heard before. It was a theory that's just now coming up at the end. I mean, they were locked in because it was interesting what he was saying, that the reason she killed the kids is because she wanted to commit suicide, and she knew she was the only one who would be a good mom to them. And so if she wanted to die, she wanted them to die too. The jury seemed really interested when suddenly the whole thing blew up. And then not only did the judge say, we're not going to do a mistrial, talk to the jury, but then sent everybody home kind of in this big hubbub. And it felt like a moment. You could tell the jury was kind of confused. The other interesting thing, Chris, is you remember we saw the pink ladies outside the last couple of days, and they all cheered when Lindsay Clancy arrived. There's now a group of women in white T-shirts who were also in court today, who are here, they say, supporting the children, the victims, who believe that, there's some of them right there, who believe that Lindsay Clancy should be guilty. Listen to what one of them told me.
The children, they don't have a voice. Unfortunately, they're no longer with us. So I wanted to actually come and support the 3 children that are no longer with us. I feel maybe she had depression, anxiety. Lots of moms have depression, lots of moms have anxiety. You're overwhelmed. But I don't think it was psychosis.
What's interesting, Chris, is the courtroom is full of women. So you've got the women in the pink shirts, and now you've also got the women in the white shirts, and there's no room to sit. I mean, there's some media in the corner, but it's full of these women.
Listen, there's so much more here than just the facts of this case. It's about what it means to the people who hear them, what it means to the jury, and what it will mean to our society. Now, Mark, the problem is the woman in the white shirt, she doesn't know what psychosis is. You know, I mean, she just say, well, I don't know. That's the problem with putting a question like this to a jury, is that you are asking them to make a determination on something that is very nebulous, you know, very, very subtle.
I will readily admit at this point, after listening to all the testimony so far, I don't know what it is either, right?
Yeah, me too.
I mean, it's an opinion. I mean, you've got people on one side saying she's got it, people on the other side saying she don't, and you're going to let these people, these jurors, well-intended, but they have no idea what psychology or psychiatry is, or else they wouldn't be on the jury. And they're going to go back and try to discern which expert we like better, which one's telling the truth. Yeah. No, their decision's very clear, Chris. Yeah. They go back and say, I don't know, that side sounded good, that side sounded good. The state didn't meet their burden. In Massachusetts, the burden's on them exclusively. We have reasonable doubt.
Help us understand, Mark, the strategy and the risk of presenting alternative theories as the prosecution. First, it's she didn't want to kill herself. She jumped out. It's not that high. She's all right. I don't think that that's what this was about. Now it's she wanted to kill herself. It was a suicide pact.
Yeah, I love it. As a defense lawyer, I get up there and say, I mean, pick one of the ones that they threw out there, pick an alternative. It's pure speculation. And if they can't give you a motive, and we've provided you one, and that is, or an explanation anyway, that it is mental illness and she didn't know right from wrong, she couldn't appreciate the conduct, then you go with that. If you're not sure, they didn't meet their burden on criminal responsibility. It's on them.
How do the pink and the white get along, Brian?
Relatively okay, actually. I kind of looked over. They were sitting in like a circle in a field in the afternoon and all kind of talking with each other. So there really hasn't been any fighting. And I actually interviewed the woman who's kind of like the leader of the pink ladies. And you remember they all cheered when Lindsay Clancy arrived in the van the other day? She was telling me that she didn't like that the plan was for everybody to stay quiet and that they cheered on their own. And she's actually disappointed in that because, you know, it added some controversy. And even people who support Lindsay Clancy don't like the idea of her sort of being like a hero to these women.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.